Even in the good and bad times, you will see.
Get ready for finals. Got another Brandon Davis special for you all. His opponent now is our very own Homen. Just came back from a day 2 at Toronto, so this is going to be an interesting.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I think it's this is again Brandon Davis. You just saw him, a classic size spam with the bombers now, and actually Ellie is running a team that if you guys watched Giovanni Costa at Toronto this past weekend or last weekend? Last weekend. You watched it this past weekend. That is pretty much Giovanni Costa's team, and I believe Ellie also used it at Toronto.
I believe so.
Yeah. So
you'll see a Inner Focus Choice Band Dragonite, which has kind of fallen out of favor in the meta for a little while, but definitely very, very terrifying on the side. Whimsicott, Assault Incineroar, Trick, Choice Specs. A lot of options that punish protects, punish plays that will try to keep you safe from those kind of Choice Band attacks.
Yeah.
Life Orb, Garchomp, Light Herb, Unburdened Seed. So it's very difficult to get through a lot of this heavy damage without being punished for it. But Keeley, the main punish that Ellie's team has for a lot of those plays is priority, and Brandon has the Psychic Trick.
Yeah, and so actually I think Ellie is gonna have to leverage Dragonite and Goldengo specifically, right? Because funnily enough, Brandon sorry, that was Ellie's I was looking at. Brandon Sneasler does have Throat Chop, so like it is kind of still tough for Goldengo here. But also Goldengo is Terra Steel, so I mean it is just a steel type in general, so it will actually do it won't actually do bad until like a Dragon Bolt lead. You know?
But it is pretty bad into Armor and Luna because it can't protect itself.
Yeah.
The AV Incineroar is a very good Pokemon. Specifically, other than Sneeze.
Like maybe I can see maybe like an AV Incineroar lead, like AV Incineroar lead with like Dragonite to get rid of Terrain immediately, because Ice Spinner is still gonna do a good chunk because it's Choice Banded. So like I think it's just how bulky is this D-Knight? Right. I know it's like relatively bulky from what I saw at the regional, but it could have some speed. Yeah, that too, right? Yeah.
Find out. Got a
so
very aggressive start. Dragon Bolt probably the best lead that could go up against Tailwind.
Yeah, so I actually just think this is an easy Tailwind Make It Rain. I don't think since Indeedee crucially not Psychic Seed,
right?
It cannot live that. Like no, it's too much. And like from what I talked to with Ellie after our match today, that is a modest Goldengo. So
this Dragon
it's like I don't think anything really wants to take anything from Goldengo right now. You know, so yeah. So I mean, Brendan does have a resist in the back. That's
he has
fine.
A resist and a Psychic Seed.
Yeah, and a Psychic Seed. So the thing is, though, does he really want that damage on his Sneasler now? Yeah. I think Brandon might just have to take the sack, honestly. Unfortunately,
really rough.
Yeah.
I don't know what Brennan would X make.
That is true. I mean, I've seen like I've seen things again like Sneasler is good because it has Throat Chop, right? So like, yeah, I don't think anyone like Modest kind of just puts this over the edge, and I think both Pokemon just go down. Oh, what a DD lives that! Oh my god. I don't know if that was a roll or not, but maybe just Trick Room just goes up now.
Very important information. Brandon walked into
the sash.
Should be a stash on.
Oh, so his plan is just to go into Sneasler here.
Yeah.
And since he knows that the Goldengo just kind of Terra Steeled, this is as free as it gets for a close combat.
Right. Keeley, the only Pokemon in the back that can resist a close Dragonite, which particularly want to, I'd imagine.
Yeah.
Sneasler will outrun both of the Pokemon. see if Ellie chooses.
Maybe
to
Ellie just takes the
survive
sack.
these.
I could see that happening. Depending on what her mons in the back are. And I don't think she brought Incineroar to this. She might have, because if she did, then I think she just switches out Goldengo here for the Incineroar.
Edie's gonna switch before either of Ellie. Ellie switch either of them. Rouge coming in. See, Blast coming in.
Okay, that was actually a good play. Close combat, yep. So Goldengo goes down here. It's max speed, but it's like, yeah, there's no way it survives it. So Goldengo goes down. Ellie does take that trade. Although I think, funny enough, I think Whimsicott staying on the field is actually bad for her. Yeah, because now it's just like you can't encore. You can only really just spam Moonblast. Well, I mean, what else does it really have, right? Like everything else is
protect.
just protect.
The Dragonite hits the field here. Got the Ice Spinner, like you mentioned. Full threat here. Dragonite should outspeed. The Expanding Force is probably good here.
Yeah, so Expanding Force is new to here, but here's the issue. Dire Claw gamble. Because that's probably what Brandon wants to go for here.
Gambling.
Yeah, let's go gambling, because I'll be honest, there's not much Sneasler does into Dragonite besides that. And ooh, so this Terra Grass is interesting, right? The Ice Spinner's going into Armor, just over. But maybe Ice Spinner's into Sneasler.
That goes for the Protect. I believe Brandon targeted that slot with the Fire Claw. He did. So,
interesting play.
We'll see how what Dragonite.
Well, Dragonite just goes for the Outrage and
goodbye Armor.
Yeah, so actually, that's interesting, right? I mean, I guess you don't really want to be locked into Ice Spinner, and honestly, there's no Fairy types crucially on Brandon's team besides what, Terra Fairy and DD? Is it Terra Fairy? Yeah, it's Terra Fairy and DD. But like, so I guess he could safely just go for Follow Me. Actually,
he just burned the Terra on him.
Oh right, he did. So
Sneasler's gonna have to 2v1.
Yeah, so the aggressive lead from Ellie playing pretty well, honestly. And then like there's just so much damage on this team. So yeah, I mean Ellie, I wouldn't say Ellie's like super out of the woods yet, but pretty close to it, right? Because
we'll see if this outrage picks up with a sash.
Yeah, it probably does. Let's be honest there. Yeah.
Goodbye Sneasler.
Goodbye Sneasler.
We're going to game 2.
So, what do you think Brandon needs to do to actually adjust to this? Because, I mean, honestly, I don't think he doesn't have many answers to the Goldengo besides maybe just instantly leading Sneasler.
Sneasler is potentially good here, but the issue is I don't know if Sneasler has the power to throat drop its way through Goldengo. Terra?
Yeah, it would have to be a Terra Dark Throat Chop, because from my experience, because I use a similar Goldengo, if it has no bulk, it does survive like a non-Terra Throat Chop. So he has to commit that.
He has to choose between. If that was his lead option, he has to choose Terra Dark Throat Chop. Was combat
Predicting it.
and predict which is going to go. It does look like Brandon's going to be leading Armor.
Yeah, so actually, that's really interesting because honestly, Armor, while it doesn't have Wide Guard, it actually can survive the Make It Rain, like if it just Terra Grass, honestly. And the issue here is, though, maybe it doesn't survive it if it's a Make It Rain. Yeah, we did see it live on a sliver. Whether that was a roll or not is still up in the air. Because honestly, without Psychic Seed, like, DD is pretty free.
Like, pretty free.
Yeah.
Usually it's more specially bulky than it is physical.
That is true, and especially in this format, there's a lot more physical attackers that it needs to worry about. I mean, a lot more special attackers that it needs to be worried about. Like, again, like Goldengo or Chaladon, stuff like that. Like, King Gambit, you can't even do anything about, so, like, whatever.
Terra Fairy for King Gambit.
Right. Yeah. So it's just like one of those things where it's like, maybe it is just specially bulky.
It could be.
Yeah.
Be the same lead here from Ellie, Rims and Golden Gambit.
So actually, in this specific turn, I actually think Brandon's in the advantage because honestly, if you think if you think that's a roll, right? Indeedee lives, or if you think that's guaranteed, Indeedee lives, and then just click Trick Room with it, and Armor just doesn't attack, right? Because it's gonna live to make it rain most likely, barring like a crit, right? Because it resists it. But also, is Ellie going for the Shadow Ball?
Well, if Ellie's going for the Shadow Ball, always follow me.
Yeah, exactly, right.
Moonblast goes into the Make It Rain comes out. No Terra from them.
Okay, so Armor does just get the Trick Room up. I believe he just clicked it, right? Yeah, so, smart play, I actually. Honestly, it's kind of okay for the DD to go down. I kind of wanted it to go down. Like, now you just get, what, Ursaluna in, and then, well, they can't really Terra out of Headlong Rush.
Right.
And then you just kind of, like Armor Cannon the Whimsicott here.
I believe Expanding Force might, in case there's a Dragonite coming in.
That is true, actually, yeah. That is one thing. But also, crucially, Whimsicott still has a Sash intact, so maybe it can, like, just at least get a little chip down before it goes out.
If it chips Ursaluna a little bit or gets a special attack drop on the arm, either one of those could.
Yeah, because I don't think you really want to go for a double spread move to take out the Indeedee, obviously. I mean, I guess you can tear. Okay, can tear grass the Armor, but like, yeah, but like, why? But like it probably survives the
out here.
Yeah, so actually, Ellie doesn't really need it for
Incineroar.
Okay, so that's really good here, right?
Well, there's an activity coming. Gonna need first.
That is true, but I still think this does a lot if it was a Headlong Rush into that slot. Yeah. So, and crucially, although crucially it's not burned this turn, huh? Actually,
not yet.
Yeah. So, actually,
then we'll take its defense drop and give its Flame Orb online. Expanding Force is not going to pick up this.
Yeah, so that protect on Whimsicott was like huge because now Whimsicott just guarantees survives another.
Right.
Yeah.
Sashes.
Yeah. And while Incineroar doesn't, like, this is probably a fast Incineroar if I remember correctly, Incineroar...
Brandon locking in the Terra Grass Armor Crew's Earthquake.
Yeah, so that's what we were just talking about earlier, actually, because that will just probably... It picks up the Incineroar, and Armourouge probably survives. Armourouge is known for being somewhat defensive.
It can be.
Yeah, so, like, I actually think, although I think maybe last turn that was probably the play, but maybe he did foresee the protect there.
Luckily,
so maybe it was like,
luckily Brandon did press the Terra button. That could be another Iron.
There's not another. Shoutouts to Brandon Davis. That's why we love him. And this is crucially not a Sludge Wave. So going for the Earthquake. Does Armor survive? It does survive with like very handily. Like we said, good defense, and also the Intimidate actually kind of helped there.
Right.
It goes for Expanding Force. So I believe there's 2 turns of Trick Room left after this picks up Whimsicott. Yeah, so crucially, right, because there's 2 turns of Trick Room left, there's nothing that really could just trade. Like, there's nothing with a Sash or like a Protect left besides maybe like Sneasler has it, right? Yeah, so Sneasler
and Garchomp.
And Garchomp.
So it is Dragonite, so both of Ellie's Choice Bandit, Choice Specs Pokemon hit the field with 2 turns of Trick Room.
Yeah, and we saw how much the Earthquake... Oh no, he's just going for Headlong Rush. I think he's just thinking that Expanding Force will pick up. And actually, I think it will. Because I know AV D-Knight lives this, but probably not this night because, well, this is Life Orb.
Right.
Yeah.
Assuming that minus Headlong picks up Gold again. Spread damage.
Yeah, exactly, right. I think it will. This Golden is pretty frail. Yeah. So that's it. Just the single target Expanding Force just picks up. Unless somehow this is a fast Goldengo. I mean, this is a fast Armourouge and a not so fast Dragonite here. But actually, I think this all but confirms that the Dragonite has either enough speed to outspeed Goldengo, or the armor resistance speed. The only reason I know that calc is because I don't have a speed on my Dragon Knight, and sometimes Brandon's armor straight out outspeeds it out of Trick Room.
Right.
So like I kind of know the speed tiers there. So yeah, it's probably just either slow armor rouge or like decently fast Unite there.
But either way, Brandon had the Abomaston back ready and waiting.
Oh yeah, and Abomaston has Sash. So like
Keeley, Dragon Knight can't lock into extreme speed because he can't lock into because of mass typing on the Abomaston. So it has to lock into Ice Spinner or Outrage.
And then none of that's really good for it. Yeah, so let's see, maybe oh my god.
He locks in so fast.
I don't even know the thought process. Like I can't even tell you the thought process behind that. Like I played him so many times, but I don't know what he's thinking.
So it looks like now he's going to go for the immediate unburdened Snizzler lead. Play that 50-50.
Yeah. Yeah, and interestingly, right? Again, I think like I've seen Sneasler's live it with the unburden, like with the special attack boost, special defense boost. So maybe
he's modest specs with Parasteel.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've still seen it live it, but like just from my personal experience. But again, maybe the modest pushes it over, right? Does he have it? Yeah, the defensive Terra doesn't really do anything either. So it's like...
The Sneasler Terra is here is exclusively to make sure that throw drop can go off Terra. So you get to play that 150-50 Terra Dark Throat Chop.
Yeah.
Really, it's more of a 60-40 because you force them to go for the Terra Dark Chop. Oh, it's a Garchomp
Ignite. Okay, right. So this is honestly. There's actually a really good play here. Assuming Sneasler doesn't get like a weird Dire Claw like Para or Sleep, right? You can literally just Earthquake, quite literally just Earthquake Ice Spinner, and like you just win the terrain war like right there. Because indeed he goes down to like 100%, especially if his choice banded D-Knight. So yeah, so. So let's go gambling, because the only way Brandon gets out of this is a Para into full Para or a Sleep.
Yep.
Yeah. So
which is Keeley probably about 20% chance.
Yeah, it is around a 20% chance. So it is actually in Ellie's favor here. Dire Claw goes in. Does it get us? Okay. No. I think this game's over. like unironically, I think the game is over from that. Sneasler goes down. I don't think indeed because with the special bulk we saw, I don't think it lives that spinner. Like,
let's find out.
Yeah. If it does, that's crazy.
And,
oh my god!
Yo!
Oh my god! Wait, this game is far
from... We know that's Max Attack Dragonite too.
Yeah, so, okay. So now, like, this game is far from over, but here's the issue, right? Is...
Here comes the Abomaston now.
Yeah, so here's the issue. Now Ellie needs to switch out the D-Knight. D-Knight cannot swap its moves here.
Nope.
But...
And really, Garchomp cannot Terra out of Terra Ground.
Yeah.
So this is a very...
So I think you need to switch out D-Knight and just maybe just go for a Protect on the D-Knight, the Garchomp here.
4 turns of Trick Room left. Let's see what the first one provides us.
And what's crucially, I think AV Incin is like a good switch in here. And that's okay. That's really smart by Brandon here, because the
getting the train up later for
speed. I know it would have been overkill, but I think what Ellie needed to do was just commit a Terra to that. Yeah, but I mean, unfortunately, you know, sometimes you just need to play it safe, because like, let's say it does Garchomp protects here. Incin is going to take a Blizzard. I mean, this Incin does have Flare Blitz, so I don't think it matters too much.
It would stop the fake out.
Yeah.
Ursaluna burns itself with Flame Orb online.
Okay, so Ursaluna will get faked out here. Or one of these will get faked out here. But yeah, unless it comes in.
Yes, come in.
So does Ellie read that and just go for a normal play? I believe he switched out Ursaluna here, because he went for Blizzard.
Three turns of Trick Room.
Yeah, so I think Ellie's best play here is probably just switching Goldingo. I know it's not like the best because Goldingo is relatively frail, but I think I need it. Because again, this is a very offensive team for Ellie here.
Give Ellie. Back up. Switch out.
Okay.
Okay. To
I'm guessing it's Golden. Oh,
Dragonite.
D Knight, so she's taking the sack here.
goodbye, Dragon.
But which is
Ooh.
ooh,
We're gonna call
rough.
it the fake out.
Yeah. I mean, it's not too bad, but at the same time, you just could Yeta freeze here. That's crazy. And DD's surviving like both attacks like that. It's kind of crazy.
What do you think the calc is on that critical hit on
Probably 200%.
at least?
Yeah. That's probably like maybe it's not quite 200%, but it's probably close. I don't think Dragonite's that frail, but it is quite effective, so maybe.
This,
Back to Dynamax calcs.
I believe this upcoming turn is the last turn of trick.
No, it is
Second
not actually. I think there's still 3. No, there's not 2.
There would be 2.
Oh, there's like 3.
1 or 2.
Okay, now this is an issue.
We can't see.
This is an issue here because Earth Power can just go into one of these mons uncontested, and I don't actually. Yes, that will KO the Golden Go if he goes for that. But at the same time, Incineroar can just kind of. I believe this Incineroar does have Flare Blitz, if I'm not mistaken.
It should.
Yeah, so a Flare Blitz could just deal with the Abomasnow. So maybe Brennan doesn't want that to happen.
If it does, Chaluna comes back in on the last turn.
That is true.
Well, he did make the correct play, I believe. Garchomp it with power.
Garchomp's gonna eat it, not comfortably, but it will eat it. Because crucially, this is about the same as a Stab Earth Power, but it's not as powerful as is a Abomasnow, unfortunately. But yeah. So that was a really good Flare Blitz. Yeah. So if this burns, it's over.
Dash. We have 1 turn Trick Room left.
Okay, it did not burn. Because I believe burn comes before recoil.
Yep.
So yeah, it didn't burn. So Abomasnow has 1 more turn on the field. I think it's a protect into sack Incineroar here. I think you do need to give up the Incineroar in order to have a chance in this game, because you will have to have both a Goldingo. Oh no, sorry. What's in the back? It was Goldingo, right?
Goldingo at full HP.
Yeah, so Goldingo and Garchomp will need to be here for the end game. So I think you either maybe click U-turn on Incineroar in case they don't go for it, right? And then just protect Garchomp.
Helping.
Oh,
No
and
switch
is it a
to
protect
Ellie's
on the Garchomp? That's probably the safest play.
Yep. The Incin goes down. And
Incin
we are
goes
out
down.
of Trick Room.
You just need to get Incin off the field now, either way, right? U-turn or just backing it. Yep. Smart play by both trainers. So now Goldingo's on the field, and crucially, Ellie still has the Terra.
What will Goldingo lock?
There's no wide guard, so I think I really just think Make It Rain. That's it. I don't think there's any other option, because honestly, a Terra Steel Make It Rain single target, even -1, probably does enough to the Ursaluna in the back. So, yeah, I think it has to be Make It Rain here. Oh, this is so crucial now too, because
Now there's no drop.
there's no drop, so it might just pick up the Ursaluna like straight up. And crucially, no committing on the Terra. Maybe Ellie wanted to see maybe in Terra Ground later.
Possibly.
Something. Yeah,
There's
but
no need to commit.
there's no need to commit that turn, truthfully, yeah. But I mean, I feel like whether you commit it or not would have been the same result.
Ooh, the snow just stopped this.
Yeah.
Even if Obama's
It could. Yes, okay, he's going for double protect here. I I think this game is just over. But
There's a good chance Garchomp. Take it.
Yeah.
In fact, it's probably the safest.
The Ellie missed the Terra. That's fine. I don't know. Like Ursaluna is bulky, but it's not bulky on the special side.
It's not specs.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Plus a hit from Garchomp.
Ooh, interesting. Maybe in case the Maker Rain doesn't like fully KO the Ursaluna.
Either way, then. Yeah. KO the.
So right now, Brandon has to hope that it lives the single target Make It Rain specs. -1 and like whatever Garchomp does. It could probably live whatever Garchomp does, but I don't know about the subsequent Make It Rain.
There's a good chance that this Earthquake will pick up both. If it manages to live the turn, likely that's not the case.
Yeah,
so
the single target is big there.
He's playing this very, very well.
Yeah, for sure.
Dragon Claw.
Oh yeah, that's never
15.
living it.
Does Golden take this out?
It does. If it doesn't, I'd be so surprised. Yeah, and a critical hit for good measure.
Yep. Congratulations to Ellie for winning our challenge.
Yeah. So congratulations to Ellie, and this is that was actually really good. Keeping the momentum from the day 2 at Toronto.
Absolutely.
Yeah, and further proving that the team Gio, her, and I think Alberto also worked on is pretty good.
Inner Focus Dragonite is not washed. You heard it here, folks.
It's not washed. So that was honestly, just well played from both players. It was a lot closer than we expected. Ellie just playing the protect turns right, and here and there's some calls that could have gone either way. Right. But overall, it was just great gameplay from both of them.
Always is.
Exactly. And so actually, this is not our last challenge. I mean, it is our last challenge of the year here at Psycho Turtle, but we have a cup coming next week on the 29th.
Next week.
A lot more people are going to be here, and it's probably going to be a lot more competitive too.
Oh yeah.
So you guys should maybe subscribe to this channel, get the notification when it comes out, and you could see a lot more exciting games just like this one.
Absolutely.
So yeah, stay tuned. Come back next week, and we'll see you guys later.
Thanks for tuning in.